We're talking about gifted. Today we're kicking off our Fall Awakening series, Coming Alive on Purpose. And we're going to be doing that by discerning our spiritual gifts. So this season we have an opportunity to claim our gifts. Do you hear me? Claim our gifts and then use them for the betterment of ourselves, Unity Church of the Hills, Austin community. Discerning our spiritual gifts, it's a magical time in our lives. We realize that we have been blessed with something special. Often in our minds, though, we compare ourselves to those who are exceptionally gifted in one particular area. Like the Olympics, right? It just finished. And we watch that, and then we shame ourselves because what? I can't run a 200 meter in 21.34 seconds like FloJo can, our record holder, right? And at those times, we forget that those athletes, yes, they have a natural gift, but then they spend their entire lives practicing and focusing on that one area to excel. But we all have gifts. We all have gifts. And ours is to do the introspective work to discern what natural talents we have and then to claim them. Marianne Williamson has a wonderful poem that I just love, and it reminds me of why I'm here. Why am I incarnating now? And I'm sure many of you know and love the poem, Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. That's a profound statement, is it not? Profound to our individual awakening, which then brings up questions like, who would you be if you claimed your light? Where would you go if you claimed your power? How would you shine if you released those old tapes that shamed you as a child for your brilliance? When will you stop playing small so that those around you don't feel insecure? What will you be when you allow your divinity to be seen by everyone? Ooh, lots of questions. So we're going to look at the first one. Who would you be if you claimed your light? It's hard to imagine that we possibly fear our light more than we fear our darkness. Seems unbelievable, doesn't it? I mean, we spend so much of our mind focused on being good. But claiming your light has nothing to do with being good or being bad. Claiming your light is about you knowing you are of God. And so is everyone else. Being the light then means you feel an enormous pull to help others. It means you feel a deep need to serve humanity. If we claim our light, then we become light workers, whose mission in the world is to be intuitive, perceive the emotions and needs of others. Light workers are driven to eliminate negativity and support others in the evolution of consciousness. A light worker knows that they are part of something bigger than themselves. They understand that their actions have the potential to elevate the vibration of consciousness in humanity and the world. It means answering the call from God, whatever other name you want to use, source, the universe, allness, love, light, principle. You're answering answering the call and opting to be the frequency of love in the world. And it's a conscious choice that we're making, a conscious choice to release the fear of ego, to release the fear of personality, to release the fear of inequitable and unjust systems. Light workers encourage, are kind and compassionate to others, stay connected to their highest self in all they say, in all they do. What about the next question? Where would you be if you claimed your power? Eric Butterworth writes in his book, Discover the Power Within You, anything you will ever be, you already are. The greatness of the infinite is already involved in you. Here's the thing. You are not searching for what your purpose is. You are not searching to find God. You are not searching for the spark of the divine within you. It's already there. You already have it. The search is over, my friends. The only thing that is required is that you remember the power is already within you. And Jesus, our way shower, he knew that the kingdom of God was within, that our greatness and our power lie within us. And our power comes from the divine out, from inside out. And not being concerned about what others will think about me or what other people are saying about us. But truly understanding that our journey on this planet is about awakening to our divinity. And our life experiences, they are simply ways for us to claim our truth, claim our power. So imagine claiming your power. Where would you go? Would you go and sit with a friend who's lonely and just needs company? Would you go to strangers and simply accept them exactly as they are? Would you go to hospitals to support our frontline workers, reminding them that they are not in this alone? Would you take meals to those in need? Where would you go? The next question, how would you shine if you released those old tapes that shamed you as a child simply for your brilliance, simply because you were being brilliant? For many of us, learning to live in the societal norms not only tamed our inner wild child, because, we all have the inner wild child, but it also stifled our brilliance. As many of you know, I was born in the UK. I was born in London. And my family was heavily invested in etiquette and being appropriate. And there were rules for girls that were very different than rules for boys. And my natural nature was to be inquisitive, precocious, always asking questions, being creative. And at that time, I could see energies from other realms. I knew things beyond what I should know at that age. And I would dream about things to come. And then somewhere around the age of 5, I heard, you are a big girl now. It is time to put away childish notions. And the way that you view the world, it's wrong. And I was drilled in the appropriate manners, the appropriate conversations to have, the appropriate behaviors. And I learned those lessons so well that I shut down any type of imagination and any type of brilliance for a really long time, until I challenged those beliefs. And challenged the belief that as a female, only certain ways were acceptable. Because for me, that was really one-dimensional. And by challenging those beliefs, I was reborn anew. So the awakening allowed me to say yes to all those dreams that I longed for, that I thought I couldn't have, I couldn't do. And then I said, yes, I can purchase my own home without a guy. Yes, I can travel to Europe by myself. Yes, I can move continents 2 times. Yes, I can uproot my life and go to seminary. Yes, I can learn to ride a motorcycle. Yes, I can live in an RV full time. Yes, I can take a church in Austin, Texas that I've never been to before and know that this is right. Yes, yes. And I believe one of the most important ways that I show up is by being the frequency of love. By being the frequency of love. And this requires for me to know that I am one with the Creator. And that fills me up with this brilliant light that just shines out to everyone I connect with. So if you are ready to release those old tapes and claim your brilliance, we can use an attunement. Now, these attunements are given to us by the ascended teachers in Paul Selig's book, The Book of Love and Creation. And basically, an attunement is an affirmation. It's an affirmation that is imbued with the frequency of love and light and divinity. And it's supposed to support us as we continue to awaken. And they call these affirmations attunements because they imbue them with the energy of the divine. The energy of the divine. And we simply hold the intention and say the words out loud. So I'm going to share with you this attunement. I am now knowing on a cellular level that I am one with my Creator, and I am now accepting the Christ self, the true self, inhabiting as me in fullness, and I give permission to the conscious mind to begin to receive itself in its completeness. I am word to the truth of who I am. I am word is simply claiming your Christ itself. That's all that means. So if that resonated with you, if you feel like you are ready to claim your brilliance, then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. If it does not, you don't have to say anything. All right? Fair? Together. I am now knowing on a cellular level that I am one with my Creator, and I am now accepting the Christ self, the true self, inhabiting as me in fullness, and I give permission to the conscious mind to begin to receive itself in its completeness. I am word to the truth of who I am. And so it is. So it is. So the next question. When will you stop playing small to those around you so that they don't feel insecure? Now, I know this is not a woman's issue. Of course not, no. So one of the things that I learned in my teen years was guys don't like strong and smart women. That's what I learned. I heard that. He said some of them. I agree. And I watched time and time again as the guy that I had a crush on would go for these little damsels in distress. And I would just be like, dude, don't you see that? So by the time I got to college, I understood what was expected of me to have some sort of a dating life. And I made sure that I did not outshine my dates. And this led me to relationships with folks that experienced my successes as a competition to their accomplishments. Sound familiar to any of you? So I would diminish my talents and skills simply to be accepted. Simply to be accepted. And that's a really tough way to live. And I wasn't living my highest potential, and boy, did I come to resent my partners. Eventually, I realized that that belief that men don't like strong and smart women no longer served me. It may have been a tool that I learned that I needed to use with immature young men, but the mature man that I wanted in my life, guess what? He would celebrate my strength and my brilliance and my power. And this shift in consciousness, it freed me. It freed me to embrace my gifts in new ways and to start honoring myself, my whole self. So if you have found yourself over time just minimizing your accomplishments, minimizing your passions, minimizing your joy, then I'm going to say, stop. Stop. Stop it now. And start embracing the amazing light and creative energy that you are. Start imagining what ways you're going to start living large. Now, I know it's a big jump from playing small to living large, so here's a step between. Begin with playful things, things that your inner child gets excited about. It could be something as simple as experiencing the joy of breaking bread, singing karaoke, dancing under the stars. Because being in that energy of playfulness, of passion and joy opens up your possibilities mojo, all right? And you want that mojo because when you get in that possibility mojo, things just start expanding and the what ifs happen. So the final question is, what will you be when you allow your divinity to be seen by everyone? Again, Butterworth. Discover the power within you says this: the divinity of you is that of you that is eternal, ageless, deathless, whole and complete. It is that part of you that is perfect even when you seem to be imperfect. So my friends, we're at a turning point here. Will you embrace your divinity to be the person that you have come here to be? Or will you maintain the status quo? That's your choice. Because once you claim your divine nature, you can no longer hide beneath the parapet. You're up, you're above, you're being seen. You can no longer see someone in pain and do nothing. You can no longer justify in your mind what you know in your heart cannot stand. So embracing and then allowing everyone to see who you really are is very similar to that picture up there of the lighthouse. The lighthouse shines so brightly, it's a beacon to everyone, near or far. It becomes the guidance to discover a way out of danger and to safety, and the haven for those who are needing to be healed. When your divinity is seen by others, your gifts manifest in wonderful, wonderful ways. For some, they're able to harness and direct their healing powers towards those who need help. For others, it may mean being an educator, a caregiver, or using some other modality to be of service. Last week at the 8 a.m. service, Neil Feiereisel said this: the fast track to enlightenment is to be of service to others. The fast track to enlightenment is to be of service to others. And there are a myriad of ways to be the light of the world, but the first step is always claiming your highest self and knowing you are one with the I am. So today, I did ask a lot of questions because I'm just nosy that way. It's just how I roll. And the questions are for you to ponder. Who would you be if you claimed your light? Where would you go if you claimed your power? How would you shine if you released those old tapes that shamed you as a child for your brilliance? When will you stop playing small so that those around you don't feel insecure? And finally, what will you be when you allow your divinity to be seen by everyone? So that's your homework this week, my friends. Yep, start digging in. So this week we have started the season of assessing your spiritual gifts. There have been classes that Tammy and Rick are offering. There are spirit circles that are starting, and you can partner with them. However you do it, I invite you to jump in. And if you aren't participating in one of those ways, then get a copy of the workbook. You can see Jennifer out there, so that it can support you as you start the process of redefining your gifts to the world. And then listen. Listen to what is calling you. I don't know about you, but I want to be part of a community of people operating from their highest self, a community of light workers, a community of empowered individuals who know the truth of who and what they are, divine human. So let's do that together.